Hello my brothers, what's up? In this video we will make this interactive model. We will use these icons as HVG code because they are interactive. And let's jump into code. Let's start with our markup. We have add model button. This button is responsible to make the model exist, and we have container model, init model. In the model we have heading, we have the heading close button as SVG code here, and we have content. It contains left side and right side. In the left side we have many divs as buttons. Every div have SVG icon and H3, and we add as you see here, we add the data link, our custom attribute, because we will connect each div with a specific paragraph, and add every div each data. Great. And we have in the right side in it we have our paragraphs, which we will connect them with the divs of the left side, as we said, with the data link. We have the first one, translate, and do that with every paragraph. Cool. We have footer. In it we have two buttons with close button class, because we can class our model with these buttons to cancel and done. And let's see what happened with the live server. It looks terrible, so let's style it with CSS. We have body height 100 report height, and font family sans serif, display flex, and justify content center and line item center to make add model button in the middle of the screen. And we have a button, that means all buttons, height 36 pixels, and add its background and its color, and remove the default border and outline, and cursor pointer, and font weight 700, and border radius 4 pixels. And we have add model button with 500 pixels and margin auto, and we have container model, position fixed to be over all items, and width 100%, and height with 100 report height to fill the screen, and add somewhat transparent, and display flex, justify content center, and align items center to make our model button in the middle of the screen. And add to our model its width and height and background white, and some border radius, and add to our model heading some padding, and display flex, and justify content flex n to place the included close button in the end horizontally, and align item center and border bottom to separate it from model content. Good. And we have model heading SVG. This is the close button. Add to it with 20 pixels and cursor pointer, so we know this button is clickable, and change its color when hover over it. Great. We have model content. We add some padding and display flex to align its elements horizontally, and max height 386 pixels. And we have our model left side with 60 pixels and max height 365 pixels, because we want to take more than this height, and overflow Y scroll to be scrolled, as you see. And let's make its scroll bar looks pretty. Cool. We have our model left side divs. Display flex and align item center and padding top and bottom 10 pixels and left and right 20 pixels. Cursor pointer, so we know this is clickable. And model left side div h3, add its font size and font weight and some margin left, as you see here. And we have active. We add this class to the active or the chosen left side div. We have added to the first div as default in HTML, and we will control it and change it with JavaScript later. So this is the styling of the active, and change the background of its the color of its h3, and change the icon, the background of the icon of the active class. Fill. Great. Now we have model right side, this one. So display flex and justify content center and align item center to center its paragraph, and with 40% and padding 25 pixels. We need just the active paragraph to be exist here. So model right side paragraph display none, and to make the active paragraph exist, we add to it the exist class, and we need to add this class to the first paragraph as default, because it is connecting with the first left side div, and add to RP its color and some line height. Last but not least, we have model footer, some padding right, and border top to separate it from content, and display flex and justify content flex, and align item center and some height. As you see here, we have to spread and style the footer buttons. So model footer button first with 114 pixels, and first of type have different background and margin right to separate from the other button. Great. Now let's add our functionalities with JavaScript. So first let's make our model display none, because we will make it exist when click on the add model button. Here is our add model button, and when click on our add model button, execute exist model function, and here is our function. Let's declare container model, so when click on add model, add the exist model class to container model, class list, add exist model, and that class make it display flex instead than none, and select our class buttons. We have 3 as you see here. So close buttons, query selector all. So when click on one of them, execute not exist model function. Not exist model. Its role is remove the exist class model from the container model. That's mean make display none again, as you see here, and we select our left side divs as services, and loop through them. So for each service, add event listener click on click. So on click add to this service active class, to make it highlight, as you see here, but we need to remove this active class from the previous div. So we leap through our divs and remove from them the active class before add this class to the current target div. We loop them in the remove class function. And here we go. And now we have show its p function. We pass this service as parameter on this function. We want to show the paragraph related to this service or div in this function. So we select first all paragraphs in parse, not list, and we want to transform it to array. So we use the array.form because we will use the array method filter. So here, by the way, the filter method returns array with one item, which is, in our case here, it is the target p. To select it, we use the 0 index and add exist class to this p. Great. Now we need, as we do with the div, we need to remove the exist class from the previous p. So we loop through our p's and remove the exist class in the remove class function as well, and our model is done.